The animal kingdom is all about predators and their prey. The circle of life makes the world go round. But sometimes animals just end up messing with the wrong opponent. Even those that don't look too scary from the outset can pack a mean punch. Here are some of the craziest unexpected fights that broke up when animals mess with the wrong opponent. Between a 30-pound porcupine and a 12-foot-long python, there isn't exactly a clear predator. But this snake managed to win the fight. Well, at least that's what the snake thought at first. At the Lake Eland Game Reserve in South Africa, many people saw a huge snake roaming around with a bulging belly. Later on, the snake died, and rangers decided to perform a necropsy in order to find out what exactly was inside the snake. Then, lo and behold, a dead porcupine was found inside its stomach. According to the experts, the insides of the snake probably got severely damaged from the quills of the porcupine. On top of that, the porcupine was also like 30 pounds, which was way too big for the snake to swallow. The python probably ended up regurgitating the meal it ate, along with all of the quills, which caused its death. Rabbits have always been the ideal prey for snakes, and most other animals, since combat isn't really their strong point. In fact, they're completely helpless when it comes to fighting at all, so it's no surprise this snake decided to snack on a baby rabbit it saw in the grass. But what this snake didn't know was that the baby rabbit's mother was just a couple of feet away from the snake when it was trying to eat her baby. Without hesitation, the mother rabbit leapt into action and started fighting the snake by kicking it. Rabbits actually have very strong legs, so that snake probably got a rough beating from it. At one point, the snake literally ran away from the mother rabbit and let its baby go. But she wasn't done yet. The mother rabbit continued to chase after the reptile and kept fighting it until it escaped. In the end, the rabbit and her baby reunited without a predator trying to eat them. Looks like that snake won't try to challenge a mother ever again. For dogs, electric eels might look like an easy snack, but that's far from the truth. While electric eels might look harmless, they can actually kill you and other creatures. These eels can easily cause humans heart failure by shocking them, and are capable of doing the same to dogs. When this dog tried to grab the eel with its mouth, it zapped him. The dog immediately let go of the electric eel and starts crying, realizing his mistake. Many people don't even know that these eels exist, but they're capable of producing an electric shock up to 600 volts. Their body is actually 80% electrolytes, which is the source of their power. So, make sure you keep yourself and your dogs far away from these shocking creatures. If you've ever had a cat, you know firsthand how riled up they can get over little things. They'll start to fight just about anything they think is a threat. So, when an alligator emerged from the water seemingly looking for food, no one expected a cat to scare it away. After having a little staring contest with it for a while, the cat starts slapping the alligator. The alligator was obviously surprised by a creature probably a quarter of its size taking it on. But it ended up working out since the alligator went back in the water later on. But right after it went back into the river, another alligator came out of the water, probably to see what all the commotion was about. But the cat started slapping that alligator too. After getting beat, alligator number 2 went back into the river as well. Even though cats aren't really the most dangerous animals ever, they can stand up to just about anything and take them down. We all know that cheetahs have great survival instincts, but they aren't born with them. A mother cheetah and her 2 cubs decided to stop by a watering hole so that they could quench their thirst. However, there was a crocodile inside the water who was waiting for just the right time to jump out and take them down for dinner. The mother cheetah figured this out quickly and didn't dare go anywhere near the watering hole. But her younger and more immature cub decided to go drink some water anyway. Even though the cub was being wary about the crocodile and even ran away at one point, he ended up giving in and drinking the water. Unfortunately for that cheetah cub, that would be the last time it would live since the crocodile jumped out of the water and dragged it down with it. So, despite being the fastest mammal on the planet, the cheetah still wasn't able to get away from a quick-thinking crocodile. When it comes to sharks and stingrays, sharks will almost always win. But sometimes stingrays can get a little creative with how they fight their predators. In this video, a shark was chasing after a stingray for the longest time, until it pulled a pro gamer move and decided to get out of the water and go to the beach. But it was still getting plenty of water from the waves. The shark decided the reward wasn't worth the risk, and didn't even try coming out of the water. The shark went straight back into the sea and disappeared. The stingray continued to chill on the beach until it saw the shark leave. It then went back into the sea and lived to see another day without getting eaten by a vicious shark. Let's just hope the shark wasn't waiting for the stingray to come back. Tortoises might seem like peaceful and friendly creatures, but they're actually omnivores that'll eat basically anything when they're hungry enough. This tortoise seemed to get angry at the flock of pigeons for drinking water at its river. Even though tortoises aren't that aggressive, they still can be pretty territorial. So, when a bunch of pigeons came to this tortoise's river, it was not happy about it at all. At first, the tortoise was just attacking the pigeons to get them away from the water, but after a while it managed to grab one. The tortoise took the pigeon in the water with it and proceeded to kill it. After it killed the bird, it started eating it too. Since the water was quite shallow, you could basically see everything that was happening underneath. After the tortoise ate the pigeon, all that was left of it were a few feathers floating in the water. Looks like tortoises aren't as friendly as we might have thought before. Both orcas and sharks are considered to be the top predators of the sea, but we don't really see the two go head-to-head with each other. But when they do, it's common to assume that the shark would win the fight between the two, since they've always seemed so indestructible to us. But let's not forget that orcas aren't just called killer whales for nothing.
Got it!
It turns out that a fight between orcas and sharks is actually very rare, and this footage was taken by a biologist who understood exactly what the two predators were trying to do. Even though everyone thought that the shark was the one that was gonna win, the orca had backup with it. It came with a few buddies to help it out. The orcas started attacking the lone shark viciously until it flipped on its back. What sucks for the shark is that it literally couldn't flip right side up again. Just like tortoises, some sharks can't flip back, and that's when the orcas knew that they'd won that fight. The shark probably died not too long after and became the orca's dinner for the day. Alright, comment down below which of these animal fights shocked you the most. Before you go, make sure to hit the thumbs up button and subscribe to TRENDJOINT for more. See you around.